Om Shanti, English avyakt versions, 23rd of October 1970. Headline: The effort to become a Maharathi. The effort to become a Maharathi. Do you know how to do spiritual drill? What do you have to do in drill? Drill means to bend your body as you wish, and spiritual drill means to stabilize the spirit in the stage you want. And a spiritual drill means to stabilize the spirit in the stage you want when you want. That is to be able to stabilize yourself in the stage you want to. That is called a spiritual drill. An army does exactly what a marshal or drill master signals them to do. In the same way, you yourself stabilize. In the same way, you yourself should be the master or marshal and stabilize yourself in the stage you want to be in. Have you become your own drill master in this way? It should not be that the master says hands down and the students put their hands up, or the marshal says right and the soldiers turn left. What would happen to such students or soldiers? They should be dismissed. So, here you dismiss yourself from your own right. You should have such practice that you can stabilize your stage wherever you want in 1 second, because you are now on the battlefield. On a battlefield, if the army does not put a direction into practice in 1 second, what are they called? What would you call soldiers who take time to stabilize themselves in a particular stage on this spiritual battlefield? Today, Babdada is observing Maharathi children who are effort makers. Those who consider themselves to be Maharathis, raise your hand. A few raised their hand. What do those who are not Maharathi consider themselves to be? Those who consider themselves to be the cavalry, raise your hand. Babdada is putting these questions to those who didn't raise their hand to being a Maharathi. Do you consider yourselves to be Babdada's heir? Do you consider yourselves to be Babdada's heir? Do those who consider themselves to be the cavalry consider themselves to be heirs? Do the heirs wish to claim the full right or not? Since you have the aim of claiming the full inheritance, why should you be the cavalry? If you are the cavalry, do you know what number you will claim? Where would those in the second grade come? Even after receiving so much sustenance, you would claim the second grade. If you have been a second grade effort maker over a long period of time, you will receive the second grade inheritance for a long period of time, and you will only have the experience of the first grade for a short time. You are those who call yourselves children of the Almighty Authority, Father, those who have taken sustenance from the corporeal form and the avyakt form, and yet second grade. It doesn't even seem right to say this in words, or else from today you should not call yourselves children of the Almighty Authority. Instead of calling them children, do you know what Babdada calls children who are engaged in making such effort? Not children, bacche, but weak ones, kachi. To make such effort even now is not worthy of the self-respect of the children. That is why Babdada says, even now, let the past be the past. Change yourselves from this moment. In order to become a Maharathi, simply remember two things. What are they? Firstly, constantly keep yourself with your companion. Those who are companions and co-charioteers are Maharathis. There are two reasons for weakness in effort. You have love for the Father, but you have not made him your companion. If you constantly keep Babdada as your companion, then as long as you have Babdada's company, Maya become unconscious even from a distance. Because you only make Babdada your companion for a temporary period, you are not able to attain sufficient power. If you were constantly with Babdada, you would constantly remain lost in celebrating a meeting with Babdada with a deep love. And those who are lost in deep love cannot have their love directed anywhere else. What was the promise that children made to the father in the beginning? I eat with you, I sit with you, I entertain myself with you. You forget this promise that you made. If you throughout the day you carry out every task with the father, would Maya be able to disturb you? If you are with the father instead of Maya disturbing you, there would be the destruction of Maya. So though you have love for the father, you have not made him your companion. You have taken Baba's hand, but you have not taken his company. This is why you become knocked out by Maya. The reason for mistakes is carelessness. Carelessness makes you make mistakes. If you do not look at the spirit, Ruh, but are instead attracted to the form, Roop, then you must understand that you have love for the corpse. Those who have love for the corpse should understand that their future work will be in a cemetery. Cemetery. Whenever you have any such thought, you should consider your part to be in a cemetery. You tell everyone to keep their aim and object in front of them. So, whatever task you carry out, whatever thoughts you have, you must keep the aim and the attainment, that is, the aim and the objective, in front of you. You have come to claim your inheritance of this part from the Almighty Authority Father for every cycle. Ask yourselves whether you, those who bring the dead back to life, have come to fix your part in the cemetery. Any children who place their mistakes in front of the Father once should understand this. If you, after placing those weaknesses in front of the Father, you make the same mistake again, then although Baba is the ocean of mercy, according to the drama, you also automatically receive 100-fold punishment. In order to save yourself from 100-fold punishment, constantly keep Bapdada in front of you. Continue to follow Bapdada at each step, verify each thought and clean. Verify each thought and each action through the avyakt form with avyakt power. When you have the company of a corporeal form, everything is put into a practical form after you have had it verified. In the same way, always keep the Bapdada in front of you or with you in the avyakt form, and then by verifying each thought and each action before putting it into the practical form, there will not be any wasteful or sinful actions. Whenever you listen to anything, do not just hear the words, but understand their significance. When you put aside the significance and just listen to the words, you become very sensitive. Do not ever think so and so says this and this is why it happens like this, because whatever anyone does, he receives the reward of that. Always keep this in front of you. You must not take the support of anyone else's income. Nor should your vision be drawn to the income of others, through which there would be jealousy. For this, you must always remember the slogan: only when you grind your own ingredients can you experience intoxication. Do not make the intoxication of others your target, but let Bapdada's virtues and task be your target. Constantly keep the awareness of Bapdada's task. Together with Bapdada, I am also an instrument in the task of destruction of irreligiousness and establishment of the true religion. How can those who are themselves instruments for destroying irreligiousness perform any task of irreligiousness or break the divine code of conduct? I am a master Maryada Purushottam, one who is most elevated by following the highest code of conduct, and so I cannot break any of the Maryadas. By maintaining this consciousness, you will be able to make your stage perfect and equal to that of Bapdada. Do you understand? Think less. You have to carry out many tasks. Do not waste your time in just thinking. Before the settlement of the world, carry out the settlement of your weaknesses and defects. Have those who are in the Have those who are in the bhatti changed their form, color, and sparkle? Have you put a stop to changing into many forms? Have you made yourself such that only the spiritual form is constantly seen? Have you have you have you made yourself such that only the spiritual form is constantly seen? Have you made yourself so bright and clear that there is no name or trace of any confusion? Have you made a promise for a temporary period or until the last moment? You have to bring about transformation of your old habits and sanskars to the same extent as when you take a new birth. You forget everything of a previous life. Have you burned the old sanskars in the same way, or have you still kept the ashes? It is possible for the evil spirits to enter the ashes again. Therefore, throw the ashes into the ocean of the perfect stage and then go back from here. You must not secretly take them back with you, otherwise, those ashes will disturb your stage. You have to put an end to the thoughts of the past. Acha. Each child has to make effort to be seated on the throne and not just to be in front of those who are seated on the throne. You will be seated on the throne when you come close at this time. The closer someone is, the more equal to Bapdada he will be. When anyone looks in the eyes of you children, they should be able to see the path of liberation and liberation in life. There should be such magic in your eyes, so your eyes should do that much service. Your eyes and your forehead should both do service. What does the forehead show to souls? You now have to do such service that others receive the introduction to the Father from your forehead. Only then will you become close stars. You saw how Baba's eyes and forehead in the Sakar form did service. There used to be a point of light on the forehead and the brilliance of the remembrance of the Trimurti Father in his eyes. You had to become equal in this way. Only when you come close will you become equal. When you yourself remain in this stage, what will Maya do? Maya will finish. You children have to become regular. What does Bhavdada means when he says regular? Regular means to carry out all activities from morning till night according to Srimad. You have to be regular in everything, regular in your thoughts, words, deeds, behavior, and sleeping, etc. Regular in everything. Anything that is regular is good. The more regular someone is, the better he is able to serve others. Serviceable means that not even one thought should be without service. Those who are such serviceable souls can give the proof of this in everything. There should not be just service through words, but all your physical organs should be engaged in doing service. Just as your lips remain busy, in the same way, your forehead and eyes should remain busy. You have to give the proof of service by doing all types of service. Proof cannot be given by doing just one type of service. Then there is just praise. When others want proof, in order to give that proof, you must constantly remain engaged in all types of service. To the extent that you are serviceable accordingly, you will make others similar to yourself. Then you will make them equal to the Father.